It's nearly time to go into court.
I still can't believe she's dead. I mean, after everything we've been through, the trial, prison, everything, and she's not here anymore. I'm all on my own.
Look, I know it's hard, Mandy, but you've got to try and hold it together. Be strong. That's what Beth would have wanted. Come on, they'll be waiting for us.
All right, yeah.
Been here long?
About 2 hours. Wanted to make sure I got a decent spec, you know.
Yeah, of course you do. So, how's Mandy?
She's devastated. Doesn't know whether she's coming or going.
I bet she doesn't.
That's why I wanted to get here early, you know, show me support. I don't want her thinking she's on her own.
She must be going through hell, mustn't she? I still can't believe it, you know. A girl Beth's age just dying like that.
It's off its head, isn't it?
And they still don't know what caused it.
It's a mystery. We're going to have a post-mortem.
You don't think, like, that, you know, she'd have done anything, you know, to hurt herself?
Oh, no, Jack. Not Beth. Definitely not. Oh, well, moment of truth's here. Today's the day when I find out whether my baby's going to be born behind bars or not.
Hope to God Mandy walks free.
Oh, she can't go back to jail without Beth, you know, Jack. It'll kill her and all. Hey, hang on, who's this shower?
You don't look like our usual girls.
Hey, what are you doing? Come on. Hey, have a bit of respect, do you? Let us in. Hey, mates, you can't do that. Jackie, the locker room. Hey, let us in. Hey, come on, mate, let us in. What you have done? Get on someone else's kids, will you? The poor girl's dead.
Paul is going to say something about Beth.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson.
May it please you, my lords. In this case, I appear for the appellant. My learned friend, Mr. Tate, appears for the Crown.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson.
You will be aware, my lords, that Elizabeth Jordache, whose appeal was also to be considered here today, died tragically 3 days ago in prison hospital. Consequently, the only appeal we are concerned with now is that of Amanda Jordache. My lords, my learned friend, I trust you will take into account Amanda Jordache's tragic loss during the course of this appeal.
Thank you, Counsel. And may I offer my sincere condolences to Mrs. Jordache. However, Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you that this is a court of law, and as such, we cannot allow sentiment to cloud our judgment. The decision of this court will be reached on the basis of the evidence presented to us, and on that basis alone.
Of course, my lord. Amanda Jordache is currently serving a life sentence, having been found guilty of the murder of her husband, Trevor Jordache. At the same trial, she was, along with her daughter, the late Elizabeth Jordache, found guilty of conspiring to murder Trevor Jordache. Elizabeth Jordache was serving a 5-year prison sentence. However, since the trial, a considerable amount of important new evidence has come to light. We have an affidavit from Mrs. Jordache's daughter, Rachel, confirming that her father, Trevor Jordache, sexually abused her. My lords, you will be aware that this testimony conflicts with the evidence given by Rachel Jordache in the Crown Court. I shall be seeking the leave of this court to recall Rachel Jordache and shall be calling upon Dr. Terence McAlone, the consultant psychiatrist, to give evidence about her state of mind. My lords, you are aware that a key point for the defense was the accumulation of violence and sexual abuse suffered by Mrs. Jordache, culminating in the rape of Rachel Jordache. It was Mrs. Jordash's testimony that she was forced into an impossible situation, that her actions were motivated by a desire to protect Rachel. Among the new evidence I refer to, there are also these letters written by Trevor Jordache to his daughter, Rachel. Their authenticity has been confirmed by 2 independent experts. This new evidence proves what kind of relationship Trevor Jordache had with his youngest daughter. You'll remember that it was Amanda Jordache's testimony that Trevor Jordache sexually abused Rachel Jordache. It was also her testimony that it was this very sexual abuse that finally drove her to kill Trevor Jordache. However, by Rachel Jordache denying that any such abuse ever took place, she cast serious doubt on the whole of Amanda Jordache's testimony. This new evidence proves not only that Amanda Jordache was speaking the truth, it also adds considerable weight to the argument that her mind had been so affected by Trevor Jordache's reign of terror that she was not in control of her faculties at the time that Trevor Jordache was killed. My lords, you will be aware that recently there have been several well-documented cases which, if not comparable, at least have some similarities to this case. The arguments for cumulative provocation and diminished responsibility are now well rehearsed. I would merely say that I would like to add my own voice to those arguments. It is the submission of the defense that a conviction should be quashed on the grounds that Amanda Jordache was suffering from diminished responsibility and the traumatic effects of prolonged and unremitting provocation during the period leading up to and at the time of the death of Trevor Jordache.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Mr. Tate?
My lords, may I also offer my sincerest condolences to Mrs. Jordache on her loss. My learned friend, Amanda Jordache has been found guilty of murder by a jury. She has also been found guilty of conspiracy to murder by the same jury. And now we are being asked to believe that she is not guilty and that her convictions are somehow unsound. On the basis of this new evidence, half a dozen scribbled notes from a father to his young daughter. My lords, these letters were not written with a poisoned pen, but with heartfelt warmth. They are merely a show of fatherly affection from Trevor Jordache to his youngest daughter, Rachel Jordache. Yes, he talks about their special love, their time alone. Is it any wonder when the rest of the family had disowned him? The very reason that we are here today is that none of us can know what was in Trevor Jordache's mind when he set pen to paper. And Trevor Jordache is not here to defend himself. Furthermore, my lords, we are presented with an affidavit from Rachel Jordache. In the Crown Court we are told one thing, now we are told another. Rachel Jordache's mother and sister were standing trial for the murder of the father that she loved dearly, so her traumatic bewilderment may have led her to say one thing, just as now her concern for her mother and her misplaced guilt lead her to say another. So what are we to believe? Are we to believe that she is a credible witness?
Isn't that why we've asked everyone to be here today, Mr. Tate?
Yes, quite, my lord, quite. However, this new evidence is flimsy at best and inconsequential at worst. It has no bearing on the fact that Amanda Jordache murdered her husband. It has no bearing on the fact that she conspired to commit that murder not once but twice, with weed killer and with drugs. Finally, my lords, this case has raised high emotions in and out of the courtroom. But what we must not lose sight of is that we are dealing with the unlawful killing of a man, Trevor Jordache. We cannot be seen to condone that. His death must be accounted for, and that is what is at issue here. For this reason, we must look beyond the tears and emotions, and we must ensure that justice is seen to be done. We have to apply the letter of the law. My lords, there are no grounds for quashing these convictions.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, Mr. Anderson?
My lords, I seek your lordship's leave to call Rachel Jordache here to say that the evidence which she gave at her trial is untrue.
If she said one thing on oath at her trial, and says quite the opposite in this court, does that not make her so unreliable that we cannot believe a word that she says?
Not if your lordships accept the evidence that has been presented, and therefore believe her upon her oath in this court.
We note the importance you place upon the fresh evidence of Rachel Jordache. What do you say about this, Mr. Tate?
Your lordships will have read the transcript of Rachel's evidence. It is absolutely clear and unqualified. Her father was never brutal towards her and never committed any acts of sexual impropriety towards her. Who's to say what pressures may have been brought on her to change her evidence?
My lords, this matter does not depend upon Rachel's evidence alone. I also seek to call a distinguished psychiatrist, Dr. McAlone, to explain the pressures she was under.
You may call your witnesses, Mr. Anderson.
Thank you, my lord. I'd like to call Dr. Terence McAlone.
I don't believe it, Jack. They're not letting anyone in.
You what?
No one's allowed in because of these head the balls. I mean, they don't mind the vigil, but it's this other lot.
They've hijacked us again, haven't they?
How can they act like this when they know the Beth's dead? I mean, who are they? What are they after?
Some kind of lesbian activist group or something. Publicity for their own cause, whatever it is. They've ruined it for everyone, haven't they? They don't give a damn about Beth, you know.
I know they don't. And Mandy's in there on a chod because of these no-marks. I mean, what do they want? Hey? I mean, it's got nothing to do with them.
So your experience in this field is considerable.
I've been working with children for over 30 years.
Children who've been the victims of sexual abuse.
More specifically, children who've been abused in the home.
In the home.
Or by a member of the immediate family.
Would a child who's been sexually abused in this way display any particular behavioral patterns?
No, generally their behavior would be disturbed.
Could you be more specific?
Well, there are many ways that this disturbed behavior can manifest itself. On the one hand, they may become precocious, rebellious. They show little respect for authority, get involved in crime, engage in antisocial behavior.
And on the other hand?
They may become introverted, uncommunicative. They have very low self-esteem.
Dr. McAlone, you spent some time interviewing Rachel Jordache. Did she fall into one of these two groups?
The former group. I found her at times to be rebellious and aggressive.
Do you believe her when she says that she was sexually abused by her father?
Her behavior demonstrates some of the typical characterizations of someone who has been sexually abused.
Was she sexually abused by her father?
In my opinion, yes.
Thank you. Yet only some 3 months ago, Rachel Jordache, under oath in a court of law, said that her father had never abused her. How do you explain this turnabout?
At the time of the trial, in my opinion, she could have been in denial.
In denial?
She refused to believe what was happening to her. It was her way of dealing with something that she knew was wrong.
So rather than confront the problem, she simply pretended that the problem didn't exist.
Exactly. She pushed it to the back of her mind, shut it out completely.
And how long can this denial go on?
Months, years, decades.
And in Rachel Jordache's case?
It lasted until her conscience was pricked, if you like.
So something brought her out of this denial. Something made her speak up and tell the truth.
The whole trauma surrounding the trial and the shock of her mother and sister going to prison, in my opinion, that's what brought her out of denial. And that's why she admitted her father had sexually abused her.
I see. And what about Rachel Jordash's state of mind now? Could she be lying to cover up for her mother?
In my opinion, Rachel Jordache is telling the truth when she says that her father sexually abused her.
Thank you, Dr. McGlone. No more questions.
I don't know why the coppers can't just shift him.
Do you want to start a race?
I've got to get in to see her, Jack. I've got to see Mandy.
Sinbad, love, you've got no chance.
I've got to get in and see her, otherwise she's going to think I've let her down.
Hey, now listen, no way. She knows you're here for her. She knows she wouldn't let her down.
These bloody women. They know that Beth's dead. Why can't they leave us alone, eh? It's not about them. It's about Mandy and my baby.
Some of these letters were written by your father whilst he was still in prison, right?
Yes.
In those early letters, he refers to you as my little girl.
That's what he used to call me. He used to say I was the baby of the family.
He also talks about how important it is to keep up with your schoolwork.
He was always going on about me getting my exams and that.
And he asks if you've been to the cinema, in any way interesting. Normal sorts of questions any father might ask.
I suppose so.
Now, this letter was written after your father came out of prison, after you and he had spent some time alone together. There's no more mention of trips to the cinema, of school homework. He talks about our little secret, our special love. He says, your mother and Beth must never find out. It's as if it's been written by a different person. Rachel, I want you to tell the court what had happened between you and your father, what had changed between you.
He said I was his favourite.
I see.
He said that Beth...
So, take your time. You were saying that your dad said that you were his favourite.
He said that Mum and Beth didn't love him anymore, and I was all he had left.
What else did he say?
That he needed comfort. Someone to make him feel better.
Go on.
He just wanted me to keep him warm and that. Hold him.
Hold him. And cuddle him. And where would that cuddling normally take place?
In my bedroom, usually.
Where in your bedroom?
In my bed.
And would that be under the bedclothes?
Yeah.
So you comforted him. Did you feel this was strange in any way?
Not when we were just cuddling.
So there was something else?
He kissed me.
Well, it's not unusual for a father to kiss his daughter.
It wasn't that sort of kiss.
What sort of kiss was it?
He used his tongue.
And how did you feel when he kissed you?
I cried at first.
And then?
And then he said he was sorry and he wouldn't do it again if I didn't tell anyone.
So you didn't tell anyone?
No.
And he didn't kiss you again?
Yeah. He kissed me again.
With his tongue?
Yeah.
Did you cry again?
A bit. But he got cross and he said I'd get in trouble if I told anybody.
So again, you didn't tell anyone?
I was too scared.
What else did your dad say?
He said they needed a different kind of love.
What did he mean by that?
He blamed my mum, said it was all her fault. He said she wouldn't let him near her.
Rachel, what did he mean by a different kind of love?
He wanted to touch me.
And did he touch you?
Yeah.
Where did he touch you?
You know, up here and down below.
And how did you feel when he touched you?
I cried. I wanted me mum.
Well, why didn't you tell your mother?
Because he said it was all her fault and she wouldn't believe me.
We're almost there, Rachel. Did your father stop at touching you?
He said he wanted to show me how special I was to him.
What did he mean by that?
He pulled up my nightie and got on top of me. I tried to stop him. Honest, Mum, I tried.
What happened then?
He put his hand over my mouth.
And?
And then he really hurt me.
Rachel, did your father rape you?
Yes. He raped me. My dad raped me.
Thank you. No more questions, Lord.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Mr. Tate.
My lords, if I may. Rachel, are you fully aware of the importance of the evidence you have given this court?
Yes.
You've nothing more to say regarding your relationship with your father?
He raped me.
Yes. No further questions, my lords.